Everyone, this is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle by Jeremy Dover called Rainy Day. And I'm kind of suffering a little bit from be careful what you wish for, you may get it. I've had a few puzzle submissions come in over the last few days and quite a few quite a few recommendations, and I'm really happy for that, except a lot of them have come in with this is a lot more tricky or much harder than you normally cover on your channel, which is going to be a little bit problematic for me if I can't solve them. I've had a fairly high failure rate recently, and yeah, I'm hoping I can actually solve some of the puzzles that have been sent through, because a few of the submissions and stuff I've got are like, here's a puzzle link, do this, without following the submission guideline. So there's been no hint guide or anything in case I get stuck, because as I've said before on my channel, if I get stuck, it's all about the puzzles. I will happily look through a hint guide and then try and re-record or whatever to show off the cool logic in the puzzle. Anyway, so this puzzle that I've got is Rainy Day, which is an entropic line puzzle, and I have been told this could be quite tricky, so you'll know from the duration whether this was one I could get through or not. And yeah, Jeremy has done a lot of puzzles over the past that I've really enjoyed. So here's hoping I can get through this one. So how does this one work? So we have normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have these entropic lines, and the way entropic lines work is that in every 3 cells along an entropic line, you must have a low digit, a medium digit, and a high digit. And of course, what that means, of course, is because if you've got 2 digits in a line that must have the same thing, let's say these 2 cells must be a low and a medium, and therefore if this is low medium, this must be high, but if this is low medium, this must be high. So every 3rd cell along a line will share the same, I call it strata, because there's multiple layers, unlike polarity where it's just 2 options. So yeah, it's not the real word for it, I just made that up, but it seems to work for me. So yes, that's the way entropic lines work: 1 medium, 1 low, 1 high out of every 3 segments along a line. We then have the black dots, which are ratio dots. So every 2 cells separated by a black dot will be in a 1 to 2 ratio, or one will be double the other. Not all black dots are given, so that could happily be in a 1 to 2 ratio, we wouldn't know. And then digits in cages will sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage, so normal killer rules. I will probably be using a killer calculator, but I'm actually going to start, for a lot of this stuff, using the one that's built into Sven's Sudoku pad. He's built a very nice little killer calculator into the app, which you can turn on if you go to settings and turn on the killer calculator under advanced, which allows you to very quickly eliminate options. So it's worth having a look at that if you've never seen it before. So yeah, let's give this a shot and hope that I can solve this puzzle. This screams out to me. So this is a run of 3 Kropke dots. We can never put 5, 7, or 9 on it. If we put 3 or 6, I would have to double one of them. And if I put 1 or 8 in the middle, I would have to put 2 and 4 twice. So this is 2, 4, and I put 1, 2, 4, 8. I've explained this a lot, so hopefully you all understand that. Realistically, I do have to color this line, don't I? So let's do that in 3 along, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's use light grey. So then it'll be the cells after the light greys. So it'll be those. We'll do medium grey, and then we'll do that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one, and we'll make them black. Actually, black makes the cages disappear, so let's make that red. The cage color I've selected for this is obvious. That's worth noting for the future. Obviously does not work with black. So, okay. So, this 29 cage, it's only got 1 red in it. So I must use at least 2 lows in a 29 cage, looking at the options. So I've got to have 2 of 1, 1, 2, 3. I've got to have 2 lows. Now I could have 1 high with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So this could be 9 if that is high. And if it's medium, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9 would work. 4, 5, 4, 6, 5, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 5. So the only options for this are 5 or 6. 6 or 9. And this must be medium or high. So this must be medium or high. And I only have one of them in the 21 cage. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So it could... No, it can't be 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, because if it was 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, I'd need 3 of a colour. So it can't be 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So that's not a possible option. I can't do 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 because I'd need 3 of an option. 1, 2, 4, 5, 9 would make that a 9. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 would make that an 8. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 9, yeah, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 would make that a 7. 1, 3, 4, 5, 8 would make that an 8. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, or 2, 3. This is high. Red is high. Because the only option, I have to use 2 low and 2 medium, or 3 low, and I can't use 3 of the same thing. So these are low and medium. Red is high. So if red is high, I can make that yellow, and this becomes a 9. So now this 29 cage must have a 9 in it. And it must have 3 of one option. So it can never have an 8 in it, and it can never have a 7 in it, because I can't use another high or low, which means this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. That's the only way of making up a 29 cage without using a 7 and an 8. So I've got 3, so 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So light grey becomes medium, and medium grey becomes low. So these are 4, 5, 6 because they're in the same cage, and these were 2 and 3. So these are medium now. So we've got 7, 8, 9 with, well, it was always 2 medium and 2 low. But I don't know which are which. That's not 9, so that's 7 or 8. So this has to be 9. Because I can't put 9 down here and I can't put 9 up here. This is the high digit. That becomes a 9. This is not a 9. So I can't put a 9 in the 21 cage. This is 7 or 8 as well. 9 has to go down here. This is 7 or 8. There has to be 2 and 4 along here. There's no way to avoid that. So this is 3. This is 2. This has to be 1 or 2. So this can't be 1, 2, 4. This is 2, 4, 8. So this is 1. There's no 4 in here. This is 4. This is a 5, 6 pair, and this is a 7. This is an 8. This is a 7. So now there must be a 7 in this 21 cage. This is an 8. 2, 4, 8. This is a 1 because it sees a 2 and a 3. This is a 2, and there's now a 2 in the 21 cage. This is a 5 and a 6. This is a 5, 6 because it sees a 4, so this is a 4. This is a 3, so 2 and 3 is 5. So now I can do all the math on this. 6, 13, 16. That has to be a 5. So this is a 6, this is a 5, and this is a 6. That is a beautiful opening, though it doesn't tell me anything about the strata of these. So this is 3, 5, and 7, and this is 1, 6, and 9. This can't be 1, 2, 2, 4, or 4, 8 because it sees 2, 4. This is 3, 6. Okay. So that's not 6. So that's high. That's not medium. This can't be 1, 2. It can be 2, 4. It can't be 3, 6. It can be 4, 8. Either way, there's a 4 on that. This can't be 3, 6. So it's 1, 2, 2, 4, or 4, 8. That can't be 2, so that can't be 1. Can't put 4 there, so I can't put an 8 there. This can't be 4, 8, so this is 1, 2, or 3, 6. These are all quite limited, aren't they? I can put 1, 2 on this. I can put 2, 4. I can't do 3, 6. So there must be a 2 on here. That, however, actually, that's much more open. Because it sees a fair bit in this column. One of those is medium. And it would have to be a 4 or a 5, because I can't use 6. If that's medium, it's 4. If that's medium, it's 4 or 5. Either way is going to force that. So 4, no, not true. I could put a 5 here and still put a 4 down here. Let's color this line. So let's use the same colors. Light gray, light gray, light gray. Okay. Then we'll use medium gray, and medium gray, red, red, and red. So we know this can't be medium. So it can't be 4. Okay. So what? So this is one of everything. I must have at least one low down here. If this is, no, this can't be 2 lows. If this was 1, 2, I must have one of everything here, and then I would have 4 lows in the row. That's not going to work. This can't be 1, 2, or I would break this. This is 2, 4. Whoops, I need to go back into center mode. This is 2, 4. So this is 2, 4. So the low that's on here is 1. Six is in one of those two. 3 is in one of those. No, that's not true. There's a 3 right there. 3 is in one of those. So that's a horrible quintuple to mark, isn't it? Got to put a 7 in here somewhere. 4 is in here somewhere. Two is in here somewhere. One of these is going to be 7 or 9. The other one has to be up here. 4 has to be in here. So these can't be medium. Wait a minute, these can't be medium. Because if red is medium, I can't put a 4 on here. And light grey isn't medium because that sees 4, 5, and 6. So neither light grey or red can be medium. So middle grey is medium. So that's not a 2. This is a 4 or a 6. This is a 4 or a 5. And this is a 5 or a... This is 5. This has to be 5. That's 4 because they both see 6. So this is a 4 because it sees 5 and 6. This is 5 because it sees 4 and 6. And there's a medium in here. So these are now low and high. This sees the 4. This is a 5. So these are low and high only. So this can be 1, can't be 2, 3, 7 or 9. This has way too many options. Well, they can't be 4 anymore. Actually, 4, yeah, 4 is down here. Okay, cool. Is this? Actually, I'm really tempted to do this because it can be 1, 2, can't be 3, can't be 4, 5, 6, can't be 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 8, 9. Actually, that 4 has made that the 4. That's not the 4. This is 2 or 8. So this is medium. Now I've got all the mediums. These two have to be the same. If it's low, that's 8, that's 7, and that's 9. If these are high, then I've got to put 2... No, I don't even have to put 2 there. That could still be 8. And these could be 2 and 3. 4 is down here, though. That's not a 5. There's something very weird going on with all of this. These are the same. So they're not medium. So medium is in one of those. So there's a 5 in one of those two. Because these can't be medium, because if they were, then they'd both have to be 6, and that's just blatantly untrue. So one of these two has to be medium for the entropic line, and it can't be 4 or 6. So one of those two is 5, and it's not that one. That is the 5. Great. I now have another medium, which puts a 5 right there, because I can't put it on the crop key dot, not unless I can put a 2.5 in there, and I just can't do it. Or I could put a 10, which is also not going to work. So that's a 5, which puts a 5 in one of those. Actually, no, it puts it in one of those. And I've still got a 4 in one of those. Anyway, I was looking over here. If these are high, that are low. High, 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 high. This is a very weird quintuple. I'm very tempted to mark. Because there's a lot going on there. This is low or high. So it's 1, can't be 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. I thought that would be more useful. This is low or high. It can be 1. It can be 2. It can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. It can't be 7. It's 1, 2, 8, 9. So what are those? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are all 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Those are the digits that go in all of those. That can't be 8. That can't be 2. So this is also 1, 7, 8, 9. Because that's a 1, 7, 8, 9 quadruple in the column. So these are the same. So it's 1, whoops, if it's low, it's 1. If it's high, it's 7 or 9. Well, that can't be 2 because there's a 2, 4 down here. So this is 1, 7, 9. So if it's low, it's 1. These would both be 7, 9. This would be 2. This couldn't be 2. This would be 1 or 8. Hang on, that and that are different. That and that are different. So one of them has to be low, but the only low option in both of those is 1. So any one of those has to be a 1. So any cell that sees both of those can't be a 1. So that cell and that cell are not 1s. That is high. What the heck does that do? That is high. That any cell that sees both of those can't be 1s. One of those is a 1. So that can't be a 1 either. Because if the only option for 1 in those two is... So if red is low, that is 1. And if grey is low, that is 1. So that can't be a 1 either. And that is high. There's that 179 triple made that 6 ages ago. So that is medium. Which puts a 6 down here. But those are both high now. So this has to be low. Because this is going to... This is going to be a low and a high. So I've got the third high, I've got the 3 of those. This is low. So this is low, which means it's not 6. This is high, which means it's not 1. This is 1 or 3, because I can't use 2. How does that narrow this down? I've got to be missing something, right? One of those is a 1. if that's a 1, 1 is in one of those two. If that's a 1, that's a 1, yeah. If that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 1. I am very confused by this. Sorry, I realize this is just complete dead air, but I'm trying to see what I can do to break this open. Oh, of course, this is low. This is not 8 or 9. This is a 1 or a 2. Which means this can't be 1, 2. So the only options for here were 1, 2, or 4, 8. So this is not 1, this is not 2. So this is 8 and this is 4. So that is high and that is medium, and there's no 4 here. That's what I needed to see. That makes this 2, which makes it low. And these now can't be low because I'd have too many lows in. So red is now high. And these are now low, which means that's not 8, 9. That is a 1, 2 pair, which means that's the 9, 9. That's the 1, which I could have got if I'd finished colouring the line correctly. This is not 1, so that is high. That's what I needed to see. That 1, 2 being low forced that 4, 8. Beautiful setting. That is 7, 9, which makes that 8, which takes 8 out of those. That's a 7, 9. This is low, so that's a 1. This is a 3. There's no 3 in here. In fact, we know this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, which is not resolved, but that's okay. Well, I'm assuming it's okay. These are 7, 8, and 9. I don't know which. Not yet, anyway. Now, this is not 3, 6, and it's not 2, 4. So it's 1, 2, or 4, 8. That's not 4, so that's not 8. And it's not 2, 4 because of that. And it's not 3, 6 because of that. So this is not 3, this is not 6. There's possibly something going on here. Eight is definitely in one of those two because of the 8s looking down. Do I need to look at this line? Probably. 8 is in one of those 3. Can I milk more out of this? This is 4, this is 1, 2, this is 6, this is 3, this is 2, that all works. Becomes 7. This becomes an 8, 9 pair. This becomes 3, 6. Yeah, that all works. So let's colour this. Let's go back to using light grey, light grey. This would be dark grey, and these would be red. Well, that's a horrible lining up that doesn't tell me much. because I don't have much colouring in that box. Well, it's not 4 anymore. Wait a minute, if that's not 4 anymore... Oh, since this has been 2, 4... Since this has been 2, 4, 8, there's been a 4 in the middle and 2, 8 at the end. Right, okay. So that's not 4, so that's not 8, and this is a 1, 2... I got distracted by all of this and didn't do basic Sudoku. These are low. That's a 4. That's a 2. So that is medium and that is low. I would have done much better at this stuff if I'd actually been paying attention. You know, I'm not the only one who is completely blind to stuff like this. I've been watching some Cracking the Cryptic recently and, you know, they do stuff like that as well. And it makes me feel a bit better about my life. Not a lot better, but a bit. So these are 7, 8, 9, so there's no 4 there. So that is high, and that's a 7 because it sees an 8 and a 9. That is a naked single. That makes that a 9, that a 7, that an 8. That is not that is a 9. Does that run dry at that point? Quite possibly. This is a 3 or a 7. And that's not me criticising Cracking the Cryptic. They are phenomenal solvers. I love watching Mark solve. It makes my mornings. Because I'm in Australia and he releases his videos in my morning. So does that give me anything more on these? This is one of everything. So I've used up all of the lows and all of them. I've used up all the lows and all the mediums. Because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, these are both high. So this is 7 or 8, and this is 8 or 9. What about here? I've used up all the mediums. Because there's a medium in here. In fact, there's a 5 in there somewhere. So I've used up all the mediums, so this has to be a low and a high. Hang on, I can't put a medium down here. So this is a low and a high. These are both medium. So this is a 4 and a 6. Sometimes when solving Sudoku, I feel like Rimmer from Black Dwarf. Red Dwarf. Oh my God. Please, no comments on that one. I fully acknowledge that was dumb. Okay, so this has to be... I can't put a 9 in there. So where does 9 go in this cage now? 9 goes there. This is 3, 7, 8. That's not a 7. So 7 is in here. 3 is in here. So 3 is down here. I'm going to remove those because I don't think I need them. That's not a 3. That is the 8. That is high. That is a 7. That is a 3. And that is low. Ooh, I'm feeling the bug of progress. So this is a low, a medium, and a high. And it's going to be 1, 2, 5, 7. That can't be 2. So that can't be the low. That can't be the 5, so that can't be the medium. So I cannot put a low in there. So this is 6 or 8. Because I can't use 4, 5, 7, no, 7 or 9. So this is 6 or 8. This can't be medium. And as low, it can only be 1, and it can't be a high because it's C7, 8, and 9. Red is low. Red becomes blue. This is a 1. This is a 2. This is a 1, and this is a 2. That's very clever. This is no 2. There's a 5, 7 pair in that column. Now, the 2 looks up making that 8, and light grey becomes yellow. Oh, this is so clever. And then medium grey becomes green, and this becomes a 6. This is so clever. This now has to be the 8 as the only place left in the box for it, and this becomes a pair, which is 3 and 9. That's a 2, which is low. This is so clever. That 7 makes that 9 and that 7. The 6 looks over, making that 3 and that 6. The 3 is low, the 6 is medium. So these are 1, 2, and 5. That's not 2. These are 1, 2, and 4? No. Yes, 1, 2, and 4. And there's no 2 in there, so that is the 2, which makes that low. This is a 1, 4 looking up, making that 5, which makes that medium. This is not 5, which makes that low. The 2 looks up, making that 1, that 2, that 1. This 1, 4 is resolved by that 1. That's the 4, that's the 1. I'm probably down to Sudoku with lots of slowing down for colouring. This is 6, this is 4. The 6 looks over, making that 8, and that 6. Very clever puzzle. That 9 is high. Now that 7 and 5 look up, making that 3, which makes that 7 and that 5, and I can do even more colouring. This row, I've got 3 blue, I've got 3 yellow, this is green, so that is a 6. That is a 3 because of the column, and these are missing a 7 and a 9, and I will colour them before I use that 7 to resolve them. 9 and 7, that makes, actually, I think that's the whole grid. So that is going to be low, that is going to be high, that is going to be a 3, and that is going to be a 9. And that is Rainy Day by Jeremy Dover. That was a very, very cool puzzle. I don't think I've ever seen a break into an Entropic line puzzle like that before. And the logic on this was very cool. That was almost a whisper trick. Very, very cool. I love it when a really, really good setter starts exploring a constraint in a new way. And there's almost certainly been Entropic line puzzles that have explored stuff like this. Probably, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jeremy's come up with something completely new. But I've not seen that before, or if I have, I don't remember it, which is more likely. That was very, very cool. And I consider myself lucky to have gotten through it. Well, thank you everyone for watching. There is the Entropic Power Lines puzzle pack as well, which I covered on my channel months ago. So if you troll through my Patreon history, you will be able to find that. That was also available for free for anyone. But of course, the thing that is being advertised and I'm pushing at the moment is the brand new pack, which is the Welcome to Some Dots pack, which you should also have a look at. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I know I did. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to work my way through a lot of the submissions that I've got. Thanks everyone. Good luck with your solving.